Disclaimer: the video you are watching is intended to inform and educate on the current injustices of the world. Our prayers are with the victims and their families. The content in this video was retrieved from numerous public news sources. From joy to ashes, the heartbreaking saga of a town's darkest night. In this tragic account, we delve into a heart-wrenching incident that unfolded due to a deadly combination of negligence, corruption, and greed. The story revolves around the construction of a hall that lacked safety measures and fire extinguishers, leading to a catastrophic event that took the lives of numerous innocent people. Through this summary, we will shed light on the timeline of events, the individuals responsible, and the profound impact it had on the survivors and the entire community. The events in question transpired in a small, tight-knit town, where the residents relied on community spaces for gatherings and celebrations. Among these spaces was a hall that had been a centerpiece of communal activities for generations. Little did anyone know that this hall, once a symbol of joy and togetherness, would become the epicenter of a devastating tragedy. The timeline of this heartbreaking story begins with the construction of the ill-fated hall. It was a project initiated by the town's authorities, with promises of creating a modern and spacious gathering place for the community. However, as construction progressed, it became evident that corners were being cut, and safety measures were being ignored. There were no fire extinguishers, exits were poorly planned, and flammable materials were used in the construction. The turning point in this narrative occurred on a fateful night when the hall was brimming with people celebrating a local festival. Laughter, music, and joy filled the air as families and friends gathered to make cherished memories. However, disaster struck when a small fire ignited due to a malfunctioning electrical circuit. Panic ensued as the flames quickly engulfed the hall. Amidst the chaos, some individuals exhibited extraordinary heroism, attempting to rescue those trapped inside. Firefighters and first responders rushed to the scene, risking their lives to save others. Despite their valiant efforts, the lack of proper safety measures and the rapid spread of the fire resulted in a high casualty count. As the smoke cleared and the town grappled with the enormity of the tragedy, questions arose. Who was responsible for this catastrophe? The grieving townsfolk demanded answers. It became evident that the town officials and the hall's owner were culpable. They had allowed the construction to proceed without adhering to essential safety standards. One survivor, who narrowly escaped the inferno, shared their harrowing experience. They described the overwhelming fear and chaos that unfolded that night. The survivor emphasized the anger and frustration felt towards the hall's owner and the officials who had approved its construction. "We know the reason is the owner of the hall and the officials who allowed the construction of a hall where there were no safety measures and no fire extinguishers," they said. "Where were the exits? How can someone be allowed to build a hall with flammable materials that burn immediately? It's greed and negligence and corruption that killed all those innocent people." However, amidst their anger, the survivor also expressed a profound sense of guilt, saying, "But, still, I feel as if I am the reason for what happened and I cannot forgive myself. As I walk through our town, I look at the houses and they hold nothing but ghosts." In the aftermath of the tragedy, the consequences were far-reaching. The town was left in mourning, with countless families grappling with the loss of loved ones. The survivors faced physical and emotional scars that would linger for a lifetime. Legal proceedings against the hall's owner and the negligent officials commenced. The legal battle was long and arduous, as evidence of corruption and bribery within the construction approval process surfaced. The trial shed light on the deep-rooted issues that had allowed such a catastrophe to occur. Despite the darkness that had befallen the town, there were glimmers of hope. The community rallied together to support the survivors and the families of the victims. Fundraisers, counseling services, and support groups were established to help those affected cope with their grief and trauma. In response to the tragedy, the town embarked on a mission to ensure that such a disaster could never happen again. New safety regulations and building codes were implemented, and public awareness campaigns stressed the importance of safety in public spaces. The tragic events surrounding the construction of an unsafe hall serve as a stark reminder of the consequences of negligence and corruption. Lives were needlessly lost, leaving a scar on the town's collective memory. However, the survivors and the community as a whole displayed resilience and unity in the face of adversity. This tale serves as a cautionary one, urging us all to prioritize safety and accountability in every aspect of our lives. It reminds us that, even in the darkest of times, communities can come together to heal and rebuild, ensuring a brighter and safer future for all. Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims. Stay tuned for more stories and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content.